Hello, my name is Jocelyn Bacasno. I am a Filipino.
Hi, my name is Reggie. I'm from Indonesia.
Hi, my name is Vasan. I'm from India.
I came to Singapore 2nd March 1992 at the age of 32 years old. My motivation of coming to Singapore was not really to work, but to make things right in the lives of the people that I love the most.
I work for a global bank which gave me an opportunity to move to Singapore. It's always been my dream to live in a country outside of my own, to experience a different culture and value system. Singapore that way provides a great opportunity. While I miss home at times, but I thoroughly enjoy Singapore's hospitality.
I'm working previously in Indonesia in one of the global bank, and then I decided to relocate to Singapore in year 2006, which is as part of my career progression in Singapore. And I find in Singapore is a very good place. A lot of the opportunity for us, especially for the migrant workers that we are coming from Indonesia, because we know that Singapore is advanced city and we can learn a lot of things of this city and this country.
No, I was a Christian in India, right? So I've been part of a church for the last 10 plus years. So it's nice to continue the fellowship out here as well.
As a newborn in 2001 in Indonesia, then when I part of one of the church in Indonesia, which is the name church of GBI, part of family of GBI or Gereja Bethel Indonesia, and I relocate here and I continue with the congregation Indonesian service in Singapore. The church name is the Bethany Church of Singapore.
I came to know Jesus before I left Philippines, but growing deeper in Him, I grow deeper by doing a self-study of the Bible and following my employers to church and memorizing verses, prayer, and above all, applying it to my work life as well as in my personal life.
I found in Singapore, I have a lot of progression in my spiritual life, especially because in the church I have a lot of opportunity to service, to ministry, including in the prayer towers and also ministry in a few homogeneous group in our church. And I know that God have a calling for me in Singapore, not just as a migrant worker that we earn money or we do our best of our job, but we also have a contribution to our community, our friends, our fellows, and a lot of people that we can touch in Singapore.
My old life, and I received a lot of healing here in Singapore in all aspects as a human being, especially my addiction, drug addiction. And the greatest miracle that I can really say and experience is the transformation of my mind. Now knowing that there is a God in heaven that really loves me. Even as He said in Isaiah 49:15, can a mother forget a child she born? Yet even a mother forgets. I will never forget you. Indeed, God remembers me.
It has thoroughly helped me in terms of my spiritual journey because of the fact that I've been able to learn Bible-based studies and been able to go for global mission trips, which I've not had an opportunity to do before, which helps me to see what God has done in different places, understand different cultures, and appreciate things better, and also being able to serve people outside of my own.
My call as a pastor is to tell the love of God for His people and to empower His people to learn to love others as well as themselves. I believe there is no greater blessing for this nation if we as migrant workers are bringing love May it be in the home as a domestic helper. May it be in the offices as those who are working in the office, or in the marketplaces where we are meeting people in the job that we are, the task that we are handling. I believe that as a pastor, my role is really to share that love of God and may it extend to each person in every places that they are assigned here in Singapore.
I want to bless this nation through my prayers. I continually pray for this nation's prosperity and well-being, and also for God to grant wisdom to the leaders to guide it to grow further. I also want to contribute to my volunteering actions and my financial support for the service organizations in Singapore.
I always remember the Bible, 1 Jeremiah 29 verse 7, that says that, "And work for the peace and prosperity of the city where I send you into exile. Pray to the Lord for its welfare will determine your welfare." I believe that when God sent us in Singapore, it's a time for us to pray for Singapore, and also we maximize our potential so we can contribute and can glorify God for Singapore.
I would encourage migrants to really embrace the culture and the value system of Singapore so that we can learn best practices out here and bring it back home. And also I would encourage the migrants over here to really make friends with people outside of their own community so that we'll be able to share and learn from one another.
I encourage of my friends and family, our migrant that stay in Singapore. We have to contribute to this city, this country, because this country is a very beautiful and very advanced country. The only way that we can contribute in this city, we have to nurture and build our love to this country, especially to love to all the Singaporean, also love to other nation, other culture that bring over to Singapore in unity. So unity, harmony and love is the key for us as a migrant worker, so we can seamlessly contribute to this country, and also we can grow up together and build up this country for one nation.
Migrant worker myself with zero expectation when I first came, but now my life has really been turned upside down, inside out, but in a very good way. And I would say whenever I met individuals, especially those that are domestic helpers, because that is where I came from, I have so much hope for them. But based on my experience, first and foremost, we need to make peace with our God and Maker. Like Matthew 6:33 says that, "Seek first the kingdom of heaven and everything else, and His righteousness, and everything else will be added unto you." And we all want to do the right thing. And also the scripture tells us that apart from me, you can do nothing. We all want good things, and we know that all good things comes from above. Loving God and loving His people really brings delight to our God and Maker. And may, as migrant workers who come to the knowledge of God and the love of God, may this is what we will spread in our workplaces, in our homes, as we continue to be a blessing in this land, because we know we are blessed in this land. Being here in Singapore is truly a blessing. Thank you, Lord, for Singapore.